When people talk about banking for free in Canada, Tangerine is usually the first name that pops up. Or at least that was the case for me. But there is another major player that has been around just as long, handles billions of dollars, and for a specific type of person, it might actually be the better choice. And here I'm talking about, obviously, Simplii Financial. It's essentially a direct rival to Tangerine. And if you're a foodie or a newcomer to Canada or someone who still, for some reason, needs to write checks, this is probably the bank you need to be looking at. So today we're breaking down what makes Simplii different, how it compares to its big bank's parent CIBC, and why it's a powerhouse for anybody who wants a Big Five experience without the Big Five price tag. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Simplii Financial isn't some new fintech startup. It actually has very deep roots. It used to be President's Choice Financial Bank back in the day when Loblaws and CIBC were partners. When they split in 2017, all those accounts became Simplii. And just like Tangerine is owned by Scotiabank, Simplii is a division of CIBC. And this is this psychological safety factor, because that you aren't banking with some digital ghost bank that you never see. You're banking with one of the most established financial institutions in North American history, really. And this ownership gives you one massive advantage: ATM access. Because CIBC owns them, you get free and limited access to over 3,400 CIBC ATMs across Canada. And if you have CIBC branch in your local grocery store or on your corner, Simplii essentially becomes like your local bank, even if you've never seen a human teller. Kind of like Tangerine for Scotiabank customers. If you're currently with CIBC, moving to Simplii is essentially the easiest upgrade you'll ever have to make. A standard CIBC checking account can, for some reason, cost you up to $17 a month unless you park $4,000, I think, or maybe it's higher now, of your hard-earned cash, dollars, in an account that pays you 0% interest. Come on, guys, you gotta step up. With Simplii, you get the exact same ATM network and the same underlying security for essentially $0 a month. There are no minimum balances and no monthly maintenance fees. And you also get a really pretty debit card like this. So that's nice, which you can use to withdraw cash if you need to, or pay via the Interact network. And everything will be taken directly from your checking account. Okay, what about the heated rivalry? As I mentioned in my Tangerine video, actually, this is the Coke versus Pepsi of Canadian finance. While they look similar, Simplii has two major killer features that Tangerine doesn't. First one is the unlimited free checks, which is almost unheard of. Tangerine gives you your first book for free, and then they start charging you, which is reasonable. But Simplii actually goes one step further and gives you free unlimited checks forever. If you're a small business owner or your landlord still demands paper checks for some reason, Simplii is a clear winner here. And the second one is the Newcomer Program. Simplii is widely regarded as the best bank for people who are moving to Canada. They allow you to set up your account and even get a credit card before you even land on Canadian soil. Really useful if that's kind of your plan. Simplii is incredibly aggressive with their welcome offers, in a good way. A lot of the time they're offering $300 cash bonus for just opening a no-fee checking account and setting up an eligible direct deposit. I believe Simplii usually pays more on this kind of deals than Tangerine. On the savings side, they played the same teaser rate game as Tangerine. They flashed this big 4.55% promo rates, but they only last for, 5 months. After that, the rate dropped back to their base level, which, if we're being honest, is why I still keep most of my long-term money at the QBank. But for those 5 months, Simplii is a pretty great place to let your cash work a little harder. Although it is a little bit of work, and personally, I don't think it's worth it. And of course, look, I'm gonna do a standalone video on this card because it is actually pretty cool with their cashback, but I wanna mention the Simplii Cashback Visa. This is, again, a no annual fee card that gives you 4% cash back on restaurants, bars, and coffee shops. In the world where most premium cards even only give you 2% on dining, for example, getting 4% for free is a massive win. If you eat out even twice a month, this card should be in your pocket. There is no reason not to. And it also gives you 1.5% on gas and groceries, making it a decent, well-rounded daily driver card. However, I personally would just use it for restaurants, coffee shop, all this stuff. And if you have family overseas, for example, Simplii has a cool feature called Global Money Transfer. You can send money to over 130 countries with $0 transfer fees. And the coolest part, you can fund those transfers using your Simplii credit card. Usually, using a credit card to send money counts as a cash advance, which is a big no-no because it means instant interest and high fees. But with Simplii, they treat it like a regular purchase. You get to use the bank's money to send a transfer, and as long as you pay your card off at the end of the month, you essentially pay zero interest. I would say it's a pretty cool feature. It's an incredibly smart way to manage your cash flow. I personally don't use it, but for someone in need of this kind of feature, that's really cool. I don't think banks usually offer that, especially for free. And of course, I made it no secret that EQ Bank is where I keep most of my savings because I don't like chasing promo rates every 5 months. That seems inefficient and kind of silly. But Simplii fits into my life as a utility player. As I said, I use Simplii for my physical checks, which I've only needed like once in my life. And the 4% dining cashback card is the big one. It's also really nice for those times I need to deposit physical cash at a CIBC machine. It just comes in handy when you need it. It's the perfect operational bank to pair with a high-interest one like EQ. And again, all for $0, so it's not actually that complicated. And a quick note, I have a Great Canadian Rebates link in my bio. If you create an account with Simplii, you get a nice cash bonus paid out to you by Great Canadian Rebates GCR, which always comes in handy. And there is an extra one for the credit card as well. So that's something to look at. And of course, you still get all the same promos you would get if you were just to go to their website and sign up. So it's very useful, and I've actually used it for my Simplii account as well. I think it was $60 for the account, which, not bad at all. Anyways, let's get back to the video. If you want the power of the CIBC network and the, psychological safety of it, the best dining credit card in the country, in my opinion, that costs $0, and the ability to send money across the world for free, essentially, Simplii is a no-brainer. It's the easiest way to let go of your big bank without actually losing any of the big bank conveniences. If you're ready to make the switch and want to grab that $300 bonus, I've also put my referral link in the description. It helps support the channel and gets you a cash bonus once you meet the requirements. It's really the best way to start your no-fee journey with a win. How about that? Anyways, guys, thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.